Say without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Cronkest show in social media history. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone. Say I'm riding shotgun by my goddamn self, so you know who it is. It's the 5-star general. Tonight I give you a glimpse inside of me. And we're going to talk about these fake internet bloggers. Because it's time for a real motherfucker to get dead up in their ass. Let's do it, baby. Let's go. Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and want to tell you thank you for taking the time out to tune in. And, without you guys, we wouldn't have a show. So we're going to set some parameters with what we do. First of all, we know I didn't have time to really adjust to adjust to some things. I'm getting off a plane yesterday and I see this message on Facebook and I'm cool with that. Want to wish the former co-host all the luck in the world. Good, go do what you do, be great at what you're doing. But I'm here tonight to give you a glimpse inside of myself. I was speaking to a sitting judge the other day who was like, I got to get behind you. I got to get behind you. And I'm like, I mean, it's cool. I know I'm a firestorm to some people. And y'all, hold on, I'm just wiping off my screen. I'm a firestorm to some people, and I'm not what you really want to have to deal with. But tonight I come because I don't really think that you guys know me. I think that the perception of Gary Monroe is a tainted perception. And it is tainted because that's what people want it to be. That's what people want the perception to be. So tonight I'm going to give you a glimpse inside of me. And I'm going to tell you that if you don't have a desire to hear the truth, this is not the show to watch. If you're looking for some watered down stuff, this ain't the show to watch. Now, a lot of people think, and I've been getting calls, and like I say, I don't do slugging and I don't do Facebook gangstering. I don't do it. I don't have the time. But I will say that for 9 years, I've been bringing you that heat, man. I didn't need a co-host to do that. I've been bringing you the heat for 9 years. Raw, uncut truth is what I've been doing. And then we're gonna get into everything tonight so that you can get a glimpse inside of me. My name is Gary Monroe. I was born in 1968, Jefferson Davis Hospital up in Houston, Texas. That was the Negro Hospital. As a youth, I didn't have a lot. I didn't know I didn't have a lot. I'd had a mama that every time something came up, she had everything that I needed as a kid and everything I ever wanted. And that lady never was over 100 and maybe 11 pounds at her max. And I think I was about this big when I was born. I really wasn't a big baby. I was a little baby, a very small kid. Throughout the early years for me, I normally ran with my cousin Janice, who passed away. And I ran with my other cousins, Kevin, Hilton, Brian, and Patrick. So I was either between my house or my Uncle Johnny's house. And God bless him, he's still here. Old man still here. Got nothing but love for him. So the thing is I went through school, and the first 12 years of school, and that's up to graduation, I never flunked. Never failed. Always scored high on the state mandated test. So I was a very intelligent kid. I was in the 3rd grade taking an Iowa test of basic skills, scoring what 12th graders would make. So I'm highly intelligent. Now take notes because I'm highly intelligent. After, I got through with, the early parts of school, middle school, elementary, I ended up at Yates. Ended up being a kid that walked through the door that had no athletic experience whatsoever. And let's just say 2021, I'm in 2 different Hall of Fames. When I say I was a bad athlete, I was a bad athlete. I was Rudy on the football field. And I worked my behind off, and I played for arguably the greatest they ever played a game in the state of Texas high school football. Played for some Hall of Fame coaches. I declined to play in college. I played on a very, very special team. 36 seniors on that team, and 31 of us got scholarships. That's never been done before. It ain't never been done since we did it. So we were very, very smart people. I went through life just like everybody else. I was the average kid doing dumb shit, doing dumb stuff every day. When I didn't have nothing to do, I found something to get into. But along the way, I became a guy in the streets that people could say his word is really his bond. That's who I became. So, earlier parts of the, my youthful years, I spent on a block hustling. See, I ain't gonna come here like some of the other people, that be doing these blogs and all this here and try to act like, oh, thou is holier than you. No, I was a hustler. One of the best to ever do it. Let's get that straight. But I walked away from the game. I never got caught, never got bent over a cop car. I walked away with a bunch of money, and I say, well, man, I don't want to do this no more because I'm too smart to be doing this. I don't want to wake up every morning ducking the police, and I don't want to do this. I walked away from the game. I walked away. I got into music, and music has always been the girlfriend that never left me. I'm good at what I do. I wanted to be the best at what I did musically with rap music. And I think I've proven over the years that I am one of the very best to ever touch a microphone. After, doing all that for a while, I got married a couple of times and it didn't work out. And God bless them good women. We happen to be pretty decent. Now, maybe the marriages wasn't gonna work out. So, along the way, I started advocating for children. I'm gonna give you a glimpse inside of me. I need you just to sit there because the perception of me is not who I am. It's what people think. I started advocating for kids. My very first assignment was some molded band uniforms on the corner of Sampson Street and Alabama. Standing out there in front of the news media, nervous as hell, didn't know what to say, but I knew that the kids had molded uniforms that the school was trying to make them wear. And I said, well, no, that's not going to work. We need new. So all we needed was like $3,500 to get refurbished uniforms. Principal was adamant he wouldn't do it. And I went to war. And months later, instead of getting $3,500, those kids at that predominantly black high school that I went to, Jackie A. Senior High School, got $95,000 worth of uniform from my advocacy. After that, it's like I started getting assignment after assignment after assignment after assignment. And that could be anything from children being wrongfully suspended in the first grade, because you shouldn't suspend children in the first grade. And that went all the way up to corruption in the procurement department of the school district. Then I started venturing out and helping regular tax-paying citizens, old women being thrown out of their homes, unjustly by the housing authority, and battling these people. And I'm battling giants, y'all. I'm battling giants. And I'm going to tell you something. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just talking loud and I'm putting it together as I go. But the whole time I'm studying and I'm learning. And I helped a lot of good citizens. A lot of good citizens. And along the way, that led me to the war zone. The war zone was created as an outlet to get information out to the community during the pandemic. Prior to the war zone, I had the Hood CNN, and I had another one that was just off the chain, but it was short-lived, but it's legendary, called the Nut-Sucking Chronicles. You don't even want to know what we used to talk about on that one. But the war zone was created after the Hood CNN. So the first 8 years of me doing this was strictly the Hood CNN and you seeing me and me bringing you the truth. Every single day. That's what I did all day long. So I had to turn this into a business along the way. And I created Monroe Consultations LLC, Limited Liability Corporations. That's what I did. So now I run a legitimate company. And I'm proud to say that Monroe Consultations did not take out a PPP loan. We didn't take out a PPE loan. Give it to the people that really need the money. That's what went on. Y'all hold on a second. Hey, I'll call you right back. I'm on the show. All right. So I didn't take out loans. I didn't do any of that. But we created the war zone. And along the way, the war zone became an entity within itself. It became something that every night, everybody, everywhere wanted to see. They wanted to see it. They wanted to hear what people were talking about. The first war zone was like me, Dr. Candace Matthews, and Elvante Patton. Started off, man, we didn't know what we were doing. We was just doing it. You know, and it went on and did what it needed to do. After the good doctor and Elvante went on about their business, Demetra and Donovan, you know, they ended up on the zone. And for over a year, we had a fucking ball. So I've been getting call after call after call. You know, is the war zone going to continue? The war zone can't stop. The war zone has been ordained by the higher power. The war zone and the work that I do is strictly from the higher power. Let me show you how this works. I don't catch feelings. I catch flights. I landed in Minneapolis yesterday at 5 o'clock. Well, it was before 5. I didn't get my rental car until after 5. I'm here today, starting my work, and now I got to catch a flight in the morning at 6 o'clock. My work don't stop. Well, hold on, you just got to Minneapolis. Yeah, I got to fly back. I got to be in Austin, Texas for Saturday morning. And then when I finish there, I'll fly back to Minneapolis. I got work to do. So the war zone was created to get the information out. The war zone was created to get the information out. So on any given night, you could definitely hear about some pro-blackness. You could hear about crooked politicians. You could hear about money. You could hear about a lot of different things. So when all of this transpired, you know, I'm on a plane, so I got the information the way y'all got it. It doesn't matter how I got it. Am I upset? No, I wake up every day knowing that things change every day. So changes have to happen, and that's what it is. But the mission that I am on cannot slow down. It cannot be deterred. It cannot be. Let me tell you something, man. Can you gain knowledge from Gary Monroe? You goddamn right. Let's get that straight. I forgot to tell y'all that during the course of my life, I was a licensed financial planner. Do I understand money? Do I understand how money works? With my eyes closed. So this is something I'm going to tell you. You can go out and invest all the money you want. If you don't know how to save your money the right way, you're going to be broke. You're going to be broke. So before you start investing, learn how to save your money the right way. That's the first thing. You know, I look at how people operate. And I've seen comments that, you know, some people don't understand your mission. Everybody's not built for the mission that I'm on. And I believe in my heart that I don't lose people along the way in my life. wives, business partners, whatever. I don't lose them. I don't fire them. I don't get rid of them. I believe that the higher power removes people from around me because of what I have to do, because of what needs to be done. I did a song with Grammy-nominated gospel artist James Fortune on his first album, Grammy-nominated. And the song was called My Dance Ain't Your Dance. And the only reason I did the song, because that sums me up. What's good for me, a lot of times ain't good for everybody else. What I need to do is not what other people may need to do. So whether it be a wife, whether it be business partners or whatever, they come, they go. Do I need to be running for school board? In the perfect world, no. Because my kids are no longer in the system. But in this world that we're in now, I have no choice. Because that's part of my assignment. Yeah, I've embraced the assignment from the higher power. So every move you see me make, everything you see me do, somebody's ordering my steps. Now, maybe the adjustments to the war zone yesterday had to happen because there's something major that I'm working on right now that just hit me in the last 48 hours. It's got to be dealt with. There's no getting around it. There's no sugarcoating it. Now, I know some of y'all, you're like, damn, I ain't never seen this side of him. Yeah, you never have. You never have, because you never wanted, a lot of people never wanted to see that side. A lot of y'all think that I'm just a irresponsible clown. I'm America's worst nightmare. I'm an intelligent black man that's woke. And I want to tell you, with the changes to the zone, it is what it is, man. You know, for a few shows here and there, we've been accused of presenting niggerism and nigger shit. Well, on Thursday nights from now, the Rhonda Hooks, and y'all probably know her, Big 50, American Gangsters, Trap Queens, we finna be on that nigger shit. It may not be what you need to watch, but it definitely needs to be dealt with. See, here's the thing. You can perpetuate blackness all you want, but you can't wake up and straddle the fence on being black and think people ain't gonna figure it out. I couldn't straddle the fence. I can't straddle the fence. I have to be who I am. I have to be who I am. And my good friend Eugene Hall says, man, you playing chess while the other one's playing checkers. He get it. He knows. He's seen it. He gets it. He knows. This is somebody that's I've known since I was in the 9th grade. Y'all that are just meeting me, you have no clue. You don't know where I've come from. You don't know what I've been through. It may be 2 of y'all out of 5 million that could walk the walk that I walked in the last 10 years. Because next week it'll be 10 years. Next week it'll be 10 years. Could you have walked that walk? Could you have stood in a school board meeting with your stomach hurting so bad that you don't even know at the time that it's septic, that you're dying, standing up there, fighting for those children? I didn't know. And I paid the cost for it. But you know what? Every day I wake up and I touch that colostomy bag because I'm not ashamed to say I wear one. I know why I touch it. I know the reasons that I had to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice my health to make sure the health of some good kids had a chance. Do I need to run for school board in this world? Yes, I do. Do you have the help that you need? Let me tell you something. With the heavyweights I got behind me, ain't no crazy man could get these people to do this, man. To support me, they will stay quiet. But when I say bona fide heavyweights, if this was weight classes, these are super heavyweights. Because it's time. When you wake up in the morning, every last one of y'all, man, feel me. When you wake up in the morning, do you serve a purpose for your people? Do you serve a purpose? I need you to think about that before you answer that question. Because now I'm going to get to them internet bloggers. Stop listening to these people who, one, don't do nothing but read books. If I could tell you what it takes for you to walk away from the streets, that's because I've already done it. If I could tell you what it takes for you to come back from a bad, messy divorce, that's because I've already done it. My daddy used to tell me, say, boy, it ain't hard to get nothing. It's hard to keep it. It's hard to keep it. Those that have been with me for 9 years saw me lose everything. But I didn't lose my sanity. And when I didn't lose my sanity, I woke up one morning when there was no wife because you walked out, because you thought the money was gone, but it wasn't. I woke up after losing everything that I worked for. And you know what I had? I had y'all in that inbox, on that phone. Man, don't you give up. Wake up. Get out that hospital bed, man. Get out that hospital bed, man. I had y'all. See, I'm not an internet blogger. I value people. I've had y'all. But you know what? Even though I had y'all, 4 months after spending 23 days in the hospital, coming back from dying on an operating table, you listening to me? I went down again. I did my very first gang summit, and that night my lungs collapsed. My kidneys stopped working. And now I was in the hospital, and they told Erica Albert, we don't think he gonna make it through the weekend. Call his people. I've looked at one picture of me being in the hospital that time. They had 9 pressors on me. I wasn't breathing on my own. But the high power told me, you got work to do. When the doctor came back that Monday from the weekend, he thought that I had not made it. And he said, I don't know who this is, but he shouldn't be here today. And when I woke up, I was intubated. That's why I ain't dealt with that COVID, because I woke up, I was strapped to the bed with a tube down my throat. I thought I was in Port Arthur, Texas, full of all the dope they was pumping in me. And I woke up and I couldn't move and I was shook. But they took that out my throat. They took the straps off my arms, and I told the doctor I want to go home. And he said, I'll let you go if you can get out this bed and walk. From here, maybe 4 steps. That's all I want you to do. I raised up because my upper body was good, but my legs wasn't working. They wasn't working. I couldn't walk. I could not walk. And I'm like, at that time, they had just took the tube out, so I couldn't talk. So I told God, I say, you can take my legs, but give me my voice. My voice is what I need to get the assignment done. So every morning they would come in and we would do therapy, and I would get up an hour early and start by myself. And I would listen to Chris Arderwin putting in work. And I barely could move my legs to the side of the bed. And I got out that bed. Eventually, I got to the point where I could get a walker. And I could walk a little bit. But I was stuck in that hospital. And at that time, I had to make a decision because I knew the assignment that I was on, I wasn't doing what the higher power told me to do. I eventually made it out of the hospital. And they told me you need to be on bed rest for 6 weeks. My stomach was cut wide open. And I think 3 days after I got out, I was on a track on Orem and Cullen at the park where the gunners practice. And I was walking as fast as I could. He gave me my voice back. He gave me my legs back. And ever since then, I've been running and talking that shit, ma. See, y'all out there in the internet world listening to these bloggers that ain't been through nothing. They ain't seen nothing. They ain't been through nothing. Yeah, you had a couple of bad days. You don't know what a bad day is. But I do. So my mission from that point on was to educate the people. And along the way, I've had a lot of good people in my circle. But you know what? I didn't even know the man when I was in the hospital. Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad, formerly Dr. Robert Muhammad. He knew I was an activist. He came to that hospital, and he get upset when I say it, but we laugh about it. I was out. I was gone. He was tickling my feet to try and wake me up, and I wouldn't wake up. There were a lot of people that needed me to wake up. They needed me to wake up, because if I would have stayed asleep, it was a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of older people that would have went through things that they didn't have to go through if I wouldn't have woken up. But I didn't wake me up. The higher power did. Now, some of y'all call him Jehovah. Some of you call him Jesus. Some call him God. Us call him Allah. The higher power woke me up. You don't see anger in my face. You see passion and determination. That's what you see. So, to do the war zone, I needed to do the war zone to keep doing what the higher power told me. So some days I made it entertaining. Some days I made it dead serious. But let me tell you what. Where I've been, some of y'all ain't ready to go. The reason you can't fix black people, it ain't because you don't understand money. You haven't embraced the higher power. The reason that you can't get to where you're going is because you value the money more than anything else. And when you die, that money can't go with you to heaven. It can't go with you to hell. So let me break this down to you. The war zone is a tool that is being used by the higher power. Now, I recommend that if you don't want to hear the real, then don't tune into this. There are thousands of internet bloggers you can go listen to. And half of them ain't been through shit. But they done read a book. And they can tell you what you need to do. See, I can't fix black people. But I can educate you. I can't tell you how to get rich. Because I ain't been filthy rich, but I goddamn can tell you how to live comfortable. You see what I'm saying? I can tell you how to live comfortable, baby boy. No, I'm not the Negro that's going to walk around and placate you. I'm the one that takes this right here, what you watch every night. This is your temple in your church. This is where God wants you to hear the real. You have to be willing to accept it. And a lot of us should not be standing in this bullet pulpit that we sit in front of these computers, trying to convince these people to be something that we ain't. This is my church. Right here. This is where I give it to you. Right here. No, you ain't gonna hear it with all the fancy words. No, you ain't gonna see me with the suits and the ties on, because I like to walk among my people. I'm one of you. But like I said, don't get it twisted. For those sitting out there and they smirking and they, baby, I catch flights. I don't catch feelings. Yeah. I catch flights. I don't catch feelings. This is your pulpit every night. This is your pulpit every night. I'm an old school hustler, and I learned one thing. Sooner or later, you got to give the game to the ones that really want it. I run Monroe consultations. Have I ever asked any of you to give money to Monroe consultations? I've asked you to give money to my school board run because that benefits you as a taxpayer. That benefits your child if I end up winning. But I ain't worried about winning because the higher power told me it's already won. He done sent the angels to stand behind me. You don't need to know who they are, but I got a treasure trove of angels. Some black, some white, some Asians, some Latino, some Republicans, some Democrats, and they rocking with 5-star. On this program, from this day forward, not before this day, I am a motherfucking rock star. I am one of you. And my assignment comes from where it comes from. Now, if you don't like the way that I preach, don't attend my church every night at 7 o'clock. Because what you wanting me to do and you wanting me to say, I'm not going to do it. And any one of y'all out there that like to procrastinate, I done seen the comments since yesterday. Let me tell you something, baby. It is what it is. The school board is right where I need to be, Pioneer. That's where I need to be. Because in order to save the next generation, we got to save the kids that's being left behind right now. There shall be no more mega pastors if these kids don't survive this educational onslaught. There shall be no more black city councilmen and black mayors and black DAs if these kids don't survive this educational onslaught. There shall be no black senators and state legislators unless these kids survive this educational onslaught. So God put a true soldier where he needed to put him. I'm sorry that some of y'all don't get it with me. But I needed you to understand who I am and what I do. I need you to understand that what you watch every single night is being done because This is what the higher power wants me to do. I got people that bless me every day. And when they bless me, I take the blessing and give it to somebody else. I gave up me to save these kids. That's what I did. And I don't need nobody to rock with me that don't rock with me. I don't need nobody on my team that don't understand where I'm trying to go, because it ain't where you want to go. And I get it. Ain't none of y'all niggas to me. Ain't none of y'all on no nigga shit to me. See, I'm the dude from the hood that'll take a bona fide CEO and treat him just like I treat a crackhead, with the same respect. When you get to the point as a black person where you start disrespecting your people, you don't serve the purpose. You are a waste of time. The reason that we can't get it together is because everybody is an expert and they don't really know nothing. I'm only an expert in what I know. You feeling me? That's me in a nutshell. I don't cross people. I don't give a damn what nobody tell you. I don't cross people. If there's an issue and I need to fix it, I try to fix it. I try to fix it. Understand me? That's what I do. I try to fix it. I don't want to walk around with animosity. I don't want to walk around with people hating me. But just because you think you know me, you think that you can get out here and say some of the things that you can say. I let y'all have y'all way some days. And trust me, I don't have to. I can shut you down in a heartbeat. But I've gotten to a point where I believe stupid is as stupid does. My black people, be careful of these internet bloggers that try to tell you shit that they don't know shit about. Everybody can read a book. I'm reading books every day. I'm in college. I done read thousands of books. But a lot of days I don't trust the author. I trust real life experiences. I like to be able to touch things. I like to touch them. And then once I touch them, then we can come back and I can say, well, why don't we try this? Because I've done it. I don't just tell you things just to tell you. Be careful. Be careful of these people, because internet bloggers are just like these preachers nowadays. All of them full of shit. So if you think that the war zone is going somewhere, if you thought you could impact this program, make sure you're prepared to deal with not me, but the higher power. This is my pulpit. And I see a lot of people say, oh, this man preaching tonight. This is my pulpit. This is where I preach. This is where I bring you the real. From Houston, Texas, to Fort Bend County, to Austin, Texas, Lafayette, Louisiana, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Fort Worth, New Orleans, Minneapolis, Newark, New Jersey, Cleveland, Ohio, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Miami, Florida. Tell me, do you have that type of impact? Have you ever really put your boots on the ground in half the cities that I just named? I could keep naming, but I want to stop. Have you put you pro-black? You want to say to black people, have you put your foot on the ground and been able to say, this is what I did for my people? No. But I'm proud to say that I did, because I gave up on me. I gave up on me 9 years ago. And God told me, I ain't gave up on you. You got work to do. And he sent me back to do the work. Now, some of y'all may not like the way that I do the work. If you're a black politician and you're not doing right by my people, I'm going to expose you, because that's what he told me to do. If you're a white politician and you're not doing right by my people, I'm going to expose you, because that's what he told me to do. I came here for a reason 9 years ago, and I ain't leaving, because all I had when I got sick was y'all. That's why when I go to the hospital, I'm taking y'all with me. I take you all the way up, and y'all don't even be realizing. I take y'all all the way with me into the operating room until they give me the anesthesia, because you're my family. And 99% of the time, you're the only family I got. So I'm going to keep it 100. And if it ain't what it is, hold on a second, man. If it ain't what it is, if that ain't what you want, then so be it. Let me tell you something, Pioneer. You don't have to tell them not to be. Don't tell them don't be disrespectful. Because the difference between me and everybody else, I got receipts, homie. I don't take videos down. You go back into my page, videos right there. From me suffering on hospital beds because you my family. To some white soccer moms in West U that became like family to me. That every time I go to the hospital, they the first ones there. White people love me. To my sister Becky Valadez. Notice the last name, Latino. It's my sister, bruh. Met her a few years back. Every time I'm doing something in the hood, her and the husband gonna bring me something to eat. They gonna bring me some good Mexican food, something to eat. They gonna call and check on me. Mr. Monroe, we just want to take you out to lunch. This is my family. How many of you bloggers can call these people your family? How can you reach out? Can you have shaken their hand? Can you have patted them on the back? You can't do what I do. And a whole bunch of y'all are upset because you ain't been to the mountaintop yet. So do I give a damn if 3 people tune in at night or 3 million tune in? No, because I only need 1 to hear what I'm saying. My goal is to impact 1 a day. So even when I'm not on this show, I impact 1 a day. April Spicer, that's my family. My Marshall Buffalo family. How many of y'all been adopted as an honorary member of a school because of the work you did for the kids? See, I can tell you how to fix the school because I've done it. You can't tell me how to be black when you ain't done nothing. See, the key to being black is to stay humble. That's the key to being black. China Minix, that's my family. See, this war zone bigger than these clicks and these likes. This war zone bigger than Monroe or anybody that sit on it. Because it's real. Brenda Limbrick Sanders, that's my family. I'm talking about people that y'all just see the names. These are people that I get to hug, people that I get to shake their hand. They're not family by blood, they family. You Negroes out there presenting the information in the blueprints. The reason they don't hear you because you ain't family. The reason they don't gravitate to it because you ain't family. They can't feel it. They feel it for me. This is who I am. The dude that'll give you the shirt off his back. If you going through something, if you cross me, I'll slap the taste out your mouth. This is me. I've had them write stories on me about who I am. You don't know me. You don't know me, Tia. Queen Diva, that's family. These my people. That's why everywhere I go, I got my people with me. So anybody out there that want to know what's going to happen with the war zone will keep running until the higher power tells me my time is up. Whether it runs by myself, which I'm planning on rocking by myself. That's what I'm planning on doing, rocking by myself. Because that's what needs to be done at this moment. I got something I got to do, and it starts tomorrow, and it's major. I don't want anybody to say anything bad about Donovan and Demetri. Leave them people alone. Man, the people got good info. Make sure you watching them. But see, me, I'm going to tell you how I am. I'm not going to do nothing unless I'm the best at what I do. I'm the best at what I do. I'm the best at what I do. So no, we're not going to bash people. We're not going to do nothing. What you need to do is get with some of these people in these comments and understand 5 Star been rocking for 9 years by itself. I'm a bad boy, man. I got them shaking like booty meat for 9 years, baby. Watch tomorrow what I'm telling you. Watch tomorrow what I'm telling you. I'm a bad boy, man. I got a love for people. I got a love for kids. That's what this show is about. Making sure that we where we need to be. This show is not about me telling you what to do. I'm just going to speak on what I need to speak on. Hopefully you grab it. And if you do, so be it. If you don't, then we'll try to grab you the next time. But I'm going to tell you something, man. We got a long way to go as a people. As black people, got a long way to go. I'm going to tell you what I got. I need to do this show to set the tone. Them first 9 years was a roller coaster. Some of y'all just tuning in to me this year. I crank up the roller coaster tomorrow. And I'm right back to doing what I'm legendary for doing. So what I'm telling folk, you can get on YouTube and watch all that bullshit. You can get on YouTube and watch all that bullshit. And get what? And you probably don't learn shit. Let me try this a different way. Man, let me tell you how to be a multi-millionaire. I'm going to tell you some shit I can't do. Let me tell you how to be the best husband. I'm going to tell you that shit. I was a piss poor one. But I can tell you this here. Alan Guillory say, all I know, this man battled Josh Guillory, the Cajun militia, the racists, and the school board. He ain't no keyboard warrior. 5-star on the front line. You goddamn right. I'll tell you how to battle. So what we want to do tonight, we want to set some parameters. I'm going to smoke my cigarettes. Yeah. I'm going to drink my Miller Lights. And I'm going to talk that shit, ma. And if it's a little bit too much for you, don't watch. I'm not finna sit there every night and talk about how to save black people. Some nights I'm gonna sit here and tear black people's asses up because they need to be torn up. I'm not finna sit here every night talking about we need to uplift our people. We shouldn't be dragging them down. Some of these motherfuckers need to be drugged through the pits of hell. Yeah, that's how I get up. That's how I get up. And that's how it's gonna be over here. So tomorrow night, by then, what I'm working on and what I'm looking at should be out. I'm gonna drag somebody like a Persian fucking rug. Do they need to be drugged? Yes. Are they African American? Yes. But the reason you're gonna get drugged is because you were one of the ones that I'm talking about. You was out here telling our people what they needed to do. And the whole time, you was foul and you was dirty. No, this ain't gonna be no snippet. This gonna be a goddamn expose. Tomorrow night. And then when we roll in to next week, and I'll be recording tomorrow night live from Houston, Texas. I'm in Minneapolis right now. And then Saturday morning, I'll be in Austin, Texas. And then next Monday, I'll be back in Minneapolis. We're going to tell the truth on this show. We're going to keep it 100 at all times, just like we've always done. We're going to keep it 100 at all times. So if you're wondering where I'm going, I ain't going nowhere. And Monday, can you get a seatbelt? Because the Black Rush Limbaugh is going to show up. Whoa, yeah. The Black Rush Limbaugh is going to show up Monday. And social media will not be the same. We can't separate from the negative element pioneer because we won't accept the fact that we are the enemy most days. We can't keep uplifting the people in our race who actually are the ones that are tearing us down. The only way you create a level of separation is you got to get rid of them. And that's been my assignment from day one. Get rid of them. So here's the deal. Who is this man from a biblical standpoint? I'm Saul. God gave him an assignment. And if Saul would alter that assignment or didn't do what God told him he would shorten his days. Saul made a mistake because he went against the word of God according to the Bible. 5-star ain't gonna take that chance. I know what my assignment is. And I can tell you one thing and one thing for sure. I'm gonna complete my assignment. So y'all get ready, man. Dirty Politics is coming. It's there every Wednesday for us to educate you. So what you going to Austin for, 5-star? If you devils from the Democratic Party thought I was going to let the hearings go and not show up for the voter suppression laws, you really didn't know who I was. I will be testifying, but this time I ain't going to do too much talking. For your voter fraud, I'm bringing the evidence. Maybe it's a black man that got to stand in there and stand up for his community where they've been doing voter fraud forever. And the catalyst, they get it passed. I'll be there Saturday. And ain't nothing gonna stop me. And you know why? Because that's part of my assignment. Say, man, I'm the best in the business. I started this shit. I'm like NWA. Ain't nobody do what the 5-star general do. Say, man, I want to thank you guys for rocking with me for 9 long years. Next week is going to be 10. And we going to set it off. So tune in every night. Because I ain't finna play no motherfucking game with nobody. It's the war zone. YouTube and Facebook, 7 o'clock. Every night. And ain't a goddamn thing gonna change. Until tomorrow. Remember, don't catch feelings. Catch flights. I can show you how to do that too.